Okay, today we are tightening up wheel bearings on my Toyota pickup. First things first, we're going to check the wheel bearing. All you have to do is grab the top of it. You really can't see it on camera, but there's a lot of play in this one. These are the tools we are using today. We have a 12mm, a 10mm, a 21mm for the lug nuts. Yours may vary. Pliers, screwdrivers, hammer, and a 54mm socket. I got this from Low Range, well worth the money. Break all your lug nuts loose and then jack the front end up and make sure you put a stand under it. Now that you have your wheel off, we are going to remove their cap. Then we will remove these. I will show you how to take the cone washers out. Next step is to take these off. I put a breaker bar or a pry bar in here to hold the wheel still so I can take these loose, because now the locking hub is no longer holding it still. For this next step, if you want to leave these on here, you're going to take a punch and a hammer and hit right in here, and that should push this cone washer out. As you can see, I've already gone through, loosened them up. This is what the cone washer looks like. Focus. You just tap up there and they tend to just pop loose. Then proceed to take the nuts off and pop everything off. Normally I just take the pliers and grab them and pull them right out. Okay, now that we got the locking hub off and out of the way, you'll have a nut, this little crush sleeve which holds the nuts in place, and there's another nut behind it. First we gotta knock this little tab up, take this nut off, pull the sleeve off, and then we can get to the inner nut. Okay, we got the outer nut off, we got this locking washer off, and now all we have to do is tighten this nut up. The way I like to do it is I will tighten it till it's very snug, you can't hardly move the rotor, and then I will crack it loose. Normally I've never had an issue, but that's the way I've always done it. Okay, it is back reassembled. Now all we got to do is take these tabs, you'll bend one back to lock in the inner nut, and then you'll bend one out to lock in this outer nut. I like to use a screwdriver, it's simple. Alright, tabs are in. Right now, if you have this seal here and it is damaged, I would recommend replacing it. I was pretty careful, didn't tear mine, so I'm going to reuse it. When installing this, you'll see there's holes that line up with the dowel pins. Simply just line it up and stick it back on. Alright, when tightening these up, make sure you go in a star pattern, because this is aluminum, it does have a seal. You want it to run up tight, just don't run around. I do not know the torque specs, I always just snug them up by hand with a 3/8 ratchet. I've never had an issue with one breaking, so knock on wood. when reinstalling your locking hub, you will notice there are little tabs. Those are the ones that go in these slots. If you want to install it, you have to line everything up, otherwise it won't go together. Okay, time warping ahead a little bit. All you have to do, once you stick this on, make sure it's in where it's supposed to be. Put these on. Once again, don't know torque specs. I snug them up with a 1/4 inch ratchet. Never had an issue with them breaking. Then simply put your wheel back on. I like to recheck it to make sure everything's tight, and this is tight. So all you have left to do, set it back on the ground and make sure your lug nuts are tight. Thank you for watching. Like, comment, and share. And I will see you next time whenever I'm working on this pig again.